so I'm just going to jump right in. A few years ago, when I was 3, my sister and I decided that we were going to make a parachute. Do not try this at home, it is a bad idea. So I'm 3, my sister's 5, and our combined 8 years of experience tell us that the things you need for a parachute are 1 clothes basket, 1 blanket, preferably one with lots of holes in it, to be your main parachute, and 4 plastic bags to be reserve parachutes, and about 30 yards of jump rope, twine, anything that can be tied to be used as safety belts, because after all, when you're 3 and 5 years old and making an improvised parachute in your backyard, the last thing you want it to be is unsafe. So this is the day that we're supposed to be leaving on a 13-hour car trip to Canada. And my dad's on the phone with my mom, who's still at work, and she's just about to come home, and he's telling her that everything's fine, everything's packed, car's ready to go, and as soon as she gets in the door, we can leave. And as he's having this conversation, my sister and I trek by, and my sister, sort of in passing, tells him that we're off to make a parachute in the backyard and shove each other off of high things. So I'm pretty sure my dad wasn't in the moment there, because his response to her was, "Okay, honey, you go do that." Anyway, we have in our backyard, for no apparent reason, planking that's been stacked about 7 feet high. Now, to 3-year-olds, 7 feet high is pretty much Mount Everest. So we drag the ingredients up and secure the blanket to all 4 corners of the clothes basket, secure each reserve parachute to one of the 4 corners, just to be safe, and then I volunteer, says my sister, to be the first person to fly in this amazing contraption. I'm then strapped in with the 30 yards of rope, twine, and anything that can be tied, and I effectually am one with the clothes basket. I can't move an inch. It's at this point that my sister shoves me off and lets things go. Nothing works. The main parachute doesn't inflate. The bags, I think, ripped off. And the seatbelts actually did work. That's a lie. The seatbelts did work. I was strapped in. It was okay, though. I broke the fall with my face. And so, going back to my 3-year-old self, this is one of my earliest memories, actually, is this experience. And going back to my 3-year-old self, and what I was thinking there is I was really dazed. And I think, having taken physics classes and things in the recent past, I probably would have explained it better with, force diagrams and wind resistance and stuff like that. What happened to a 3-year-old's mind is just pain. And I was sitting there, dazed, looking down at a blue blanket and wondering at this red dot. And as I was wondering, it started to get bigger. I was like, wow, that's cool. I'm in pain, but I'm really seeing this really cool phenomenon where this red blanket's turning red. And suddenly I realized that my face was in shreds. And so my mom, who's been told that everything is fine, comes home 15 minutes later to my sister in absolute tears, swearing that it was my idea and that I had volunteered for it. Me with 2 large black eyes and a nose that looks like a red Niagara Falls. And my dad sort of bouncing back like a tennis mat from both of us, trying to console us. So my mom's a very down-to-earth person. She's good, and she's kind of the person you want in a Western on your side, keeps a cool head in all situations. And so her main concern is whether or not we can still go on the trip. So she decides she's just going to figure out if anything in my face is severely injured. And so she does the whole thing, does it hurt if I touch here? No. Does it hurt here? She goes all around, and she can't figure out anything that actually is causing me pain. And so she asks me, Glenn, what does hurt? And I'm a very literal child, so I turn to my mom and I go, well, it hurts if I go like this. She then deduced that I was fine, and we went to Canada. Thank you very much.